Yeah.
Young legs. And they're, what are they, 6-1 in the second game of back-to-backs coming in.
And they've put up big points in those games as well, so this is on brand. Here's Thompson. Little pull-up jumper, won't go, and Pajemski comes down with the rebound. Thompson, look out. What a steal and save. Taking it right away from Curry, and Cunningham throws it down.
And it's like a defensive back with incredible closing speed. I mean, that lateral quickness is ridiculous.
So casual passes that you think you could just make, he just cuts off. Moody. Little pull-up jumper, rims off, and Duren the rebound. Detroit a +8 on the glass. Duren hangs, finishes, plus the foul, and the Pistons with. He also this year, he's hit jumpers. Last year, Jalen Duren attempted 4 jump shots the entire season. This year, entering tonight, 13 for 24 on jumpers. Thompson, Euros, and no goaltend called. Horford with a 6'5" wingspan. And Cunningham and Duren played that perfectly.
Did you see Cade making sure he could get his top foot up, which meant the drop, step, and go? That's really good execution.
That's the level of detail Cunningham known for, even when it comes to.
Alyssa, you've got a little bit more on Cade.
Let's check in with
for any emotional ups and downs. He's just a genuine leader in person. Coach told me earlier this season that Cade eats without taking off of anyone else's plate, and that's why we are who we are. When your best player is always lifting you up and supporting you, you know how that makes you feel. That's something that everyone around Cade raves about.
Or I think he's currently eating right now.
He was pushing, according to all the reporting, to get
4 assists, something like that.
And he will be eligible at this point for all the postseason awards.
As long as he's able to navigate the rest of the season in good health without missing more than a couple games. Curry can't hit. Duren the rebound. 20-point lead for Detroit. Thompson. Eyes up, finds Cunningham. Fakes the 3. Lob it inside. Duren the catch. Couldn't finish it. Battling for it. Winning it. Harris. Little 12-footer. Rims off. Here's Curry. Kicking it out. Green directing traffic. Horford flips it in on the delivery from Draymond Green. One of the compliments Steve Kerr paid Al Horford as well as D'Anthony Melton before the games. He said, you can put them in any lineup, any combination without having to think about who they have to be on the floor with. He said it's a very underrated skill in this league. Curry, can't hit. Steph now 3 for 9 from 3. Golden State 10 for 31. Bob it in. Harris was able to save it. Cunningham massaging his way and flipping it in. 21 Detroit in control. And Cunningham showing off that size and strength. Straight season, and the Pistons have a real cushion over every other team in the East right now for that top spot.
I think if you were to ask a casual NBA fan how close Oklahoma City's record is to Detroit, like in the loss column in particular, as Moses Moody gets a 3 to go down, they'd be shocked to know they only trail the team with the best record by 1 game in the loss column.
Yeah.
It's massive. It's one of the biggest, best stories in the league. You know, there's a lot of these players that need to be introduced. And what I would wonder, and you and I sort of like threw this around, if you're Detroit and you're Troy Weaver, do you accelerate the timeline because you probably have the assets to not trade Asar, Duren, or Cade?
Going to the finals, I think you have to do that.
I agree. I agree. It's the first time they meet this Golden State Warrior team. That's 2022.
Yeah.
They have home court advantage. Get out to a series lead and then lose it. Win a title. But then Jason Tatum gets hurt a year ago. Like, now what is the window? How does he look when he comes back? They're obviously very well positioned, but I couldn't agree more. Nothing, when you're close, I would go for it.
Yeah. And for Detroit, that would mean adding shooting.
I mean, there's certain players that, profile-wise, you certainly think about.
As Horford splash on a three.
And if that's how they make some headway here, right? This is not a big post-up team. This is a team that's got to start to make some shots from three.
12 for 33 on the night. Most of those good-looking attempts from deep. Cunningham, 21 points, 9 assists, no turnovers. Cunningham rims out. Knocked into the arms of Horford. Golden State trying to build a little momentum here. Moody gives it up, gets it back. Pajemski wide open. Can't hit. Horford there for the follow, and Detroit needs a timeout.
'19th year, folks. 19th year. Still reading the floor. He obviously has been at New Orleans, started his career as a scout with the Spurs, I believe. But what a job he has done here in Detroit, Ryan, truly. And I wonder, you know, do you just, even if it's on the margins, if you can get a shooter, which would elevate this group just that much.
President of basketball ops since May of 24 in Detroit has done a wonderful job. Robinson, he is their shooter, couldn't hit there. Thompson off the activity, elevates, couldn't finish. Duren can't flip it in. Another tip won't go. A relentless effort on the glass, and Duren is finally called for a foul, and that will be his fourth. 12 offensive rebounds for Detroit.
And Duren is saying to Tony Brothers on the baseline, my face is getting slapped as I'm trying to tip those rebounds.
17 and 10 for Duren tonight. Curry, a deep one, is good.
The flick of the wrist works, regardless of what the lower body feels like for Steph right now. A little bit banged up, perhaps, but that flick of the wrist works.
A 13-2 Warriors run, chance to add to it. Here comes Moody. Green had fallen down into the front row, now into the screen. Curry accelerates, gets denied by Cunningham. Big time block from Cade Cunningham. Robinson on the attack, can't flip it in. Rebound knocked in the air by Stewart. And it last hit Golden State.
So these two have an incredible connection. Steph's just going to take this little handoff. But then as he tries to get to the cup, we keep talking about Cade's size on the outside.
Detroit has missed its last 9 shots. Here's Cunningham, oh, quick spin. Good kick, Robinson connects. Oh, he's still without a turnover. 21 points, 10 assists, and obviously that's a great line no matter what. But Doris, part of the reason you and I keep focusing on it as Curry reverses it in is because that has been an issue with him early in his career. And you know, he's still 3.8 turnovers a game, but down from 4.5 last year. Poke from behind, there's his first turnover. Melton the catch, waits, dishes into traffic, and Thompson takes it away. Knocked out of bounds there, will stay with Detroit.
Well, Steph is still facing